I have some unfortunate news for you. You're likely not going to become rich. This might not be the most uplifting way to start a video, but it's a reality check that people occasionally need to hear. Sadly, this isn't a popular message, and there are plenty of folks out there ready to tell you the opposite, usually as a way to sell you something. Most of you watching are probably aware that YouTube ads claiming you can earn 6 figures in a month by selling on Amazon, trading Forex, or flipping real estate are complete nonsense. But these ads all follow a similar pattern. Hey, you can get rich, as long as you're willing to do XYZ while following my advice. When it turns out that this advice costs money, most people wise up to the fact that it's all a big scam. Some, unfortunately, don't, and that's tragic. More should be done about this, but that's a topic for another time. Or perhaps a Coffeezilla video. This video will instead focus on a group of internet gurus with more influence, larger followings, and more credibility, the personal finance personalities. It's time to learn how money works and understand why you probably shouldn't be following the financial advice these popular YouTubers provide. Let me preface this by saying I enjoy watching people like Stephan, Andrei Jihk, and even Dave Ramsey as a guilty pleasure from time to time. None of these guys are outright scammers like those selling Amazon automation courses, making them far better than that group. They are genuinely entertaining, offering a glimpse into their success while presenting relatively dry content in an engaging, easy-to-understand way. However, the problem is, personal finance should be boring. There's a saying that everything you need to know about personal finance should fit on a postcard. Some authors have even done it. But when you're committed to uploading a 15-minute video every day, you're going to run out of things to talk about that fit on that postcard. This isn't good because, as these people show, they make millions a year from their daily videos, so they're not going to say, "I've taught you everything you need to know. Goodbye." Of course not. That would be silly. Any of us in their position would likely ride that gravy train as long as we could. To keep creating content, they expand into several categories. Personal stories about their success, reactions, predictions, making up new lessons. Let's start with the least problematic format, reaction videos. Reaction videos are all over YouTube and have a bit of a bad reputation. But this format can range from terrible to genuinely valuable and informative. The videos Graham or Kevin make usually fall on the better end. They often react to personal finance series like Millennial Money, or discuss high-end real estate, areas where they have expertise. Others, like Dave Ramsey, do live reactions to callers on his show. Despite being repetitive, they don't harm anyone, apart from the callers' egos. If you argue these live interviews aren't reaction videos, ask yourself, am I watching to see the solution to the caller's problem, or to see Dave's reaction? Even so, it's just light entertainment, and you might learn something useful along the way. The problems arise when these reactions turn into predictions. Financial predictions are nearly impossible to make. Even the biggest financial firms with teams of PhD quantitative analysts struggle to consistently outperform market returns. It's frustrating to see someone like Meet Kevin make predictions about a volatile stock like Tesla before his audience. Yes, I know he gives the standard disclaimer. This is not financial advice. But when a supposedly reputable figure presents an official-looking spreadsheet predicting a 100% increase in 12 months, it's not hard to see why some impressionable viewers might follow his not advice. This is one of the most blatant examples. But all personal finance personalities are guilty of giving not advice throughout their content. This can range from invest in dividend stocks to buy a duplex and rent out the other side. Both pieces of advice aren't necessarily bad, but are grossly overgeneralized and don't account for viewers' financial situations. My friend Richard at the Plain Bagel made a video exploring stock picking from a financial professional's perspective. I considered not making this video after seeing his well-rounded argument. But then, I saw this. This is where the serious issues start, making up new rules for people to follow. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Stephan is a former real estate agent and social media influencer. He doesn't know the 5 best investments to make you rich. For that matter, nobody knows investments that will make you rich, and if they did, they wouldn't share them on YouTube. Contrary to popular belief, good investments shouldn't double overnight. They should provide value over many years and return that value steadily. A well-diversified portfolio generally returns 6% to 12% annually. This isn't going to make you rich, as stated at the beginning. Well, it might make you rich if you have a decent income and consistently contribute to your portfolio over a long period, allowing compound interest to work its magic. Even then, it'll make you old and rich, which isn't what people want. They want to know how the people they're watching got so rich. Leading us to the final type of concerning content: personal success stories. Everyone loves a good success story, especially one about a scrappy underdog proving naysayers wrong. Most of these guys have such stories. Graham didn't get into university. Meet Kevin started with less than $1,000. Dave Ramsey went bankrupt, and so on. None of them say, I studied hard, got into a good university, and became a doctor or investment banker. Why? Because it's more entertaining and seems more attainable to the average viewer. And whether we admit it or not, there's an element of, if I watch these videos, I'll learn to do what they did. Their backstories aren't necessarily false, but are products of survivorship bias. For every Dave, Graham, and Kevin, thousands didn't have the unique skills and luck to succeed in such lucrative roles. Sure, Graham didn't go to university, but he worked into a prestigious real estate firm, making up for his lack of book smarts with personal branding and sales ability. If you're a fantastic salesperson, go for it. There's a widely accepted array of high-paying jobs with varying levels of effort and certainty. Sales is riskier. High-effort jobs, like becoming a surgeon or dentist, require years of education but guarantee high incomes and living standards. On the other end, becoming a rock star, famous actor, or even a YouTuber is less effort, but very unlikely to pay off. Personal finance personalities, intentionally or not, perpetuate the narrative of dropping out and building your destiny, which worked for them, but won't for most people. This narrative is disturbingly similar to promises made by less reputable financial gurus. There's another issue with personal success stories. They justify other content types. Meet Kevin's popular video on building a $0 to $5.5 million property portfolio by age 27 is a prime example. Through flips and equity releases, he built a highly leveraged real estate position that was cash flow positive. Sounds great, but is extremely risky. Taking a 5.1 leveraged stock market position seems crazy, but a 10.1 leveraged house position makes you an investment genius. Most people don't realize real estate's risk. Kevin started investing at the beginning of a long real estate bull run and has since deleveraged his position. But this is classic survivorship bias. Nobody makes videos about losing life savings flipping homes. Had Kevin started in 2004, he wouldn't be telling financial success stories on YouTube. He'd be lucky to be an extra in The Big Short. If I sound cynical, let me say that given the chance to make as much money as these guys by uploading videos, I'd sell out fast. But they're still selling something. Maybe not a course, an AI Forex trader, or a book, but they're selling you on continuing to watch. Bleak realities about reliably creating wealth don't grab attention like flashy headlines. But in a world where attention is currency, spend yours wisely. If you get rich following their footsteps, comment on this video calling me dumb, then watch our video on what to do after making millions. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to keep learning how money works. If you want me to show how to start a channel, leave a comment. Credit for this video goes to How Money Works.